Hi folks, wanted to go through a little bit of a video on probably something most people already know, um, but they might not really know, is what kind of computer do you truly have? I've heard people tell me, well, I got a server, or I've got, a desktop, or I've got a laptop, I've got a tablet. There's a lot of different styles out there nowadays, different form factors. Um, a server is really a more complicated thing nowadays because with computers being the way they are and as fast as they are, you can actually have a computer that is this size or maybe even smaller that is actually a server. A server is a computer that actually has a job function. Is basically what a server is. Email server, a web server, um, whatever kind of server you may want. It may be a server where you store your family videos on, or any of that type of stuff in your house. That would be considered a server. There is different hardware that's also available for servers and a different operating system. But you can run like a Windows 10 based system and run it as a server. But this is still basically a desktop computer that's being run as a server. There's also the big rack mountables that go into server rooms and they're dedicated servers. Normally they're a Xeon or another high-end processor. I have seen Xeon desktops. They've been making them for a long time. But those are actually more or less are designed to be a server. You can actually flip-flop them back and forth. You can use it as a server or a desktop. Xeons are a different kind of processor. They process differently than a standard processor, an AMD or an Intel style standard processor that's out there. So I wanted to do a little bit of a mention of this. You have your laptops. Laptops have different style processors. You can have a desktop processor in it. You can have a laptop processor in it. They used to have like a Celeron or Athlon type lower end processor that was for low end tablets and other things that don't create as much heat. Those are different variables on a laptop or a tablet or a console type carryable item. A little tablet, depending on what it is, an Android platform, Windows platform, Apple platform, whatever, the hardware can be different than what's in there. These are part of the categories that I wanted people to be aware of. Most Apples, the little tablets, are kind of like this or bigger. That is basically a tablet. Problem with those is a lot of times there's no CD-ROMs, that makes it a little harder to install software. So those are part of the factors you need to look at. If you have a desktop that has a CD-ROM, well, a lot of software nowadays don't even come on CD. It's all downloadable. There's a lot of reasons why it's downloadable. For security reasons, for encryption, a lot of other factors other than on a CD where someone can burn it and give it away and, sell off copies or do whatever they want. So these are some of the factors that you want to look at, that you need to know. Just wanted to do a quick video on this because I hear it a lot from people, and I just wanted to bring it up that you have a simple tower computer You have your tablets, you have your laptops, you have your servers basically. Tablets can be running different OSs, can be running different things. That's one thing to remember if you want to, say, have this compatible with this. If you want to share or link or have data in both places that are accessible at the same place at the same time. You can do things like that between the two, but these are factors that you would want to know ahead of time so you can plan for. If you go out to upgrade your tablet, are you a Chromebook? Are you a desktop, laptop? What you actually have, because you don't want to go out and say buy an Android tablet when you're running Windows tablet before, because you may have problems with software compatibility. You might not be able to use something because it's a different OS. These are things I wanted to bring up, where tower computers, you probably have Apple, you have Windows, Linux, Unix, a couple other little versions out there, but you're probably going to be running Windows. So it makes it a lot easier when you upgrade and you move on to something that you know your software is compatible. Games, whatever you want to change over. Just one of the key little factors I wanted to bring up, because I've had people do that where they've bought a new tablet and they went from a laptop and then they can't play their game on there because it's an Android tablet or it's a different kind of tablet. Doesn't have a CD player, so they have to go out and buy an external, DVD-ROM to plug in through the USB so they can just load their games. These are the little factors that I wanted to mention on this video. There's not too much detail that I can go into. I've already done the memory install for a laptop and for the desktop. Have those videos already posted. Go ahead and check those out. You'll be able to see a difference between the two. There is a difference. This is why I wanted to bring up this video. I get asked that a lot all over by a lot of different people, and it's really a subject that I don't think is really covered anywhere. You'll see the ads for things. Oh, come out and buy this tablet. It works better than this or works better than that. You'll hear a lot of that stuff, but you don't really see how and why and what they recommended it, why, and why it's not working. They don't tell you any of that. They just tell you this will work better for you. Come get this. And I want to point out all these factors because, yeah, you might be able to just go out and buy the Android style and be happy. It's just like a cell phone. It's easy. You'll know how to navigate it if you have a cell phone. That way you don't have your cell phone and then you have another style of OS that you're dealing with. You might be happy using both the same OSs so you don't have so many issues of trying to find things. If there's an update, where did something get moved to, or how did it change this, or how did it do that? So that's one of the factors that I wanted to bring up with the different styles between desktop, tablets, servers, laptops, is basic operating system on what it's running. Hardware wise, you have a lot of different CPUs out there on some of these things that run really well. You just have to do your homework, figure out what's in it, really look at what's in it, see if it's what you want. It might work out well for you depending on what you want. Of course, if you're going to do gaming or something else, hardcore or video editing or whatever, You probably need to go with a tower or a desktop or a laptop with a nice CPU, video card, memory, those type of things. Little things that you want to research and figure out what is best. But for this one, I think I've touched on it enough that people will understand what is what now. Um, I know it's a real short video, but make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell, so that you can get all the other future ones coming. I think that covers everything for this week. Thank you.